Yeah, I believe we are just currently waiting for Demon Swap. He did ask for a small break, I think, like 5 minutes or something along those lines. But oh, we're back. We're good.
Okay, is Demon Swap here? I just said go on accident, messing around, and then the game instantly started. I was like, "Whoa, I didn't mean it."
No, he's here. He's here. It's all good. It's all good.
He's here, yeah. Cham, spamming in the chat. Cham's always a good player. That's really why we love him. Besides him being a top-notch player, he is a stand-up guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And most importantly, why I like him is he follows me back on Twitter. Vortex, he gave up on adminning and he's just in the chat now.
I know, right? I mean, to be fair, it's the last match. It's fine. It's all good. Vortex, yeah, you better make sure you schedule those players for tomorrow.
Man, you get your times figured out for tomorrow. But speaking of times figured out, here we are, Submarine Ellie. The first map of this best of 3 is going to be a very short map. And in the top left-hand corner, I don't know what he's up to. He's known to cheese. He's known to play it straight. He's one of the best in all of Mexico. The best in all of Mexico. Currently playing for Team Exxon. El Chamaco. El Campeón. El Chupacabra. It is Cham.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Submarine LE, we have the Peruvian Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Team Unidos por el Vicio, as well as being the best Peruvian Protoss. He is XionS. Mate, game 1 is on Submarine.
Yeah, that throws me off. You know, roaches are pretty popular as a Zerg on this map, but I don't know if Cham's gonna go for it.
Yeah, we'll see. Like, we've seen Cham go for things like roach pushes with like creep highways and like just waddling queens across the map, things like that. He's not afraid to like mix in swarm hosts like in the mid game as well. That was kind of like his thing for a while. So yeah, like Cham, you mentioned it in the intro, like he can do anything.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what? Something I've seen, I forgot exactly what scenario it is, but for the most part, I know Cyril really loves swarm hosts. And Cham, he also really loves swarm hosts.
Yeah.
And if Cyril can do swarm hosts against Protoss, so can Cham. And XionS going for the cheat. Actually, XionS yesterday, I believe he did this, didn't he? And he got the pylon off and actually warped in.
He did. This happened. Bro. I'm pretty sure it happened against Eggs as well, where he warped in an Adept and the Adept got in and actually got a couple of drone kills. But Cham, he spots it. He spots it with the Overlord.
Yeah, that's great. But he doesn't let the pylon know that he spots it. He moves out of range before the pylon has vision. Stalker first. Stalker first with an open wall. I think Cham can punish this very heavily if he keeps his Overlord alive.
Oh, we'll see. As so far, the thing's going to clean up that pylon, so that is a bit of like wasted resources for XionS already. We'll see how long it takes for that wall to go up, and I'm just waiting to see what tech XionS throws down. Is he going to throw down? There it is. It's the Stargate.
It is in a very weird position. XionS knows he needs to do something crazy, so he's going to go crazy. This is why they saved the best for last. XionS, while we know he should probably not win this matchup, he is a crazier player.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm really curious to see what XionS does here. Like, does he just have this one style of play? Because I don't think double or triple Stargate is gonna work that well on Submarine, just because like the ground-based counterattacks hit so much faster because of such a short rush distance. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
Pretty much everything hits faster on this map, which is why I wouldn't mind like an Oracle out first, but for those of you asking in the chat, isn't Special the best in Mexico? Well, Special's not in Mexico. He's back in Korea, so he is no longer Mexican. He's Korean.
There we go.
To even further it, Cham actually beat Special once, so who's better now? I don't really know. I'll tell you this, Special's not ranked #1 in the NA ladder. Cham is though.
Exactly. And I like how even someone else in the chat is backing that up. You know, look, Special's Korean now, all right? Like,
you're not the only one who think it. It's just a fact. Like, even I didn't make that up. This is stuff that everyone's saying.
Yes,
I'm not just a hilarious guy. I mean, I am hilarious, but that was not my joke.
Special's citizenship was revoked. He is not allowed in the country anymore in Mexico. Only
Even
on the
though
tourist.
he did come back during the beginning of COVID.
Only on
They
the
gave him a
tourist
visa to
visa.
visit family. Yeah, tourist visa.
Oh god. All right, but we'll see
And-
what Cham has in store. Ooh, he is already working on his lair.
Yeah, so he's getting a Baneling Nest, which is also scary.
Mm.
Because if there's anything we know Zion's loves, it's air.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Now,
definitely.
does Cham know Zion's that well? I feel like Zion's is someone who would go under the radar of Cham.
I would imagine, I could be wrong, but I would imagine after the qualifiers, people spoke to Cham about it and told him about it. That's what I would think. I know the Latin American community is pretty close knit. Like to the point where even someone like
how
Jin.
close? Is Eggs gonna message him?
Oh, would he? Or maybe he's salty enough to do that to message Cham and be like, "Yo,
He's so salty. He wants Zion to lose." He's like, "Yo, don't fall for the fake double void raise." And he's falling for it. He's going into Hydras.
Oh, interesting. So he's going straight into Hydras. I did see that, he didn't throw down like a tech building like a Roach Horn earlier, and he was saving up his gases. He didn't throw down any Evos, so going straight into that Hydra den. Meanwhile, Zion's, I love this. He is not going for any kind of double Stargate play. He is switching into Twilight Council.
Did he only get one Oracle? That's next level. He only got one Oracle. Normally you get two Oracles. I don't know why, but he only got one.
Oh my god!
And he has his third base up and secured.
Yeah, and it's coming back to me. If you recall, like Zion's also had like impeccable like base defense with his oracles. Remember, like Eggs was trying to go for all these like link counter attacks.
Force fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, his force fields were on point for defense, but the difference here yesterday, Eggs really didn't go for Banes or Baneling speed or anything like that, and Cham does have a Baneling Nest, so if he decides to go to Banes, he can bust into a lot of different ways, maybe into the third base, maybe into the main, the natural, maybe even Baneling drops, but where did 10 workers just go down? Baneling drop in the main?
Yeah, it was in the third. It was in the third. There was a waddle buy. I missed it as well. Like, and obviously Zion's did. So we all missed it, and 10 workers went down.
Yeah, that is rough. So much for that impeccable defense we were talking about. Caster Curse.
I know, right?
But yeah, like we were saying, Cham's going straight into Hydra and Ling, which we saw Eggs do against Zion's, and it didn't work because Zion's gets this incredible ground army that counters it. But Cham's a different animal. I think with some Banelings in here, like the Sero way. I'm sorry I always bring up Sero, guys, but he is the path paver for this build way, and he always goes mass Baneling and Hydras against a Protoss. And as we see now, +1 melee coming up. Baneling's being morphed in right now, and I think Cham knows what's up, and he's in a good position here.
I mean, yeah, he was forced to cancel. I will say that the army composition of Zion's is a little bit superior because of what Cham is going for. There's nothing to stop the force fields. Like, there's no Ravagers to stop them. So there is a lot of potential for Zion's to really like slice up that army, cut it in half and then trade efficiently. Oh.
Yeah, he just can't get caught with his army split.
Oh god. Are you good? No, Cham!
Oh my god, Cham!
Okay.
Okay, he's back.
Okay, we're back.
Oh
we're
my
back.
god.
Okay, he's here. He's good.
They should be on the same server too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Through that far from Mexico.
Hashtag Mexican internet, unfortunately.
Oh my god. I didn't know Mexico had such bad internet until all the Mexican players started to disconnect.
Oh yeah.
But here we go. He's gonna get the warp prism. He's on it. All those force fields, and he didn't wall off in time. He didn't wall off anything. He has more force fields than he needs to use, but he's not.
Oh my god.
This is bad.
Yeah, exactly. The force fields were late. All the sentries are going down to Lings. They didn't go up in time, and sure, he traded fairly well to begin with, but now there are no more sentries, and the Hydras are getting on top of the Stalkers.
Yeah, to be fair, he does have a lot of Stalkers. Another warp in kind of outpowers Cham's army. Cham still has a superior army, but it's not all here fighting right up against this army, so we'll see. I think Cham's like kind of just fighting with what he has and prepared to defend back at his fort. Wow, he pushes us back, but Zion's gets out with a lot of Stalkers still, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, except you know what? He's down in workers. Like, that push had to deal so much damage. I'm sure that, like, if he was on top of his force fields, he could have even taken out one of the hatcheries, but losing all his sentries like that was almost a game-ending mistake there from Zion's.
Yeah, super unfortunate.
Yeah, and Cham, he was on top of that with that impeccable surround, even with a little bit of lag, like he was able to get the best engagement, and now Cham is running away with this. He's expanding all over the place, basically taking his half of the map.
Yeah, and Dropper Lord's coming in. my favorite, full of Banes. You normally don't fill them up on your side of the map unless he plans on dropping them on top of sentries.
I mean, you know what? There's no sentries to drop on. They all died earlier. There's only stalkers and a couple of zealots here. The Baneling, the Dropper Lords are getting ready to push in. Meanwhile, Cham is just getting his main force ready here in between the natural and the third.
Yeah, the War Prism goes out. I don't think Cham saw that, but the worker count isn't super in favor of Cham, but it's pretty decent. Big Stasis Ward, he sees it with the Overseers. Still somehow gets a clump of his army stuck in there. And by the time they unstasis Ward, maybe they'll be able to join the fight.
Oh god, hopefully we'll see. As you know, Cham right now, he's just waiting for that stasis to expire. Meanwhile, the Dropper Lords are getting into the main. Ooh, warp in there.
How do you see that? XionS is next level here, and here comes the Banelings. Not even blinking on time. So much going on all at once. XionS is looking like he's pulled apart. Cham does activate the Stasis Ward. A lot of his army's caught up, but there's so many Banelings here. Hydra's in the back. Everything's going to go down at this third base. The counter harass is not going well for XionS either. He has a Warp Prism on the other side, but it's doing nothing.
Yeah,
and I think this is it.
Exactly, the War Prism is just chilling. Meanwhile, everything at the third goes down. 31 probes. Sure, there's a single Colossus, but the Stasis Trap does get wasted. It's a little bit difficult to push into this natural location, but the Colossus is exploded.
The Colossus! Okay, he gets back because he can just climb over buildings. But that's it, man. There's not much here. No shield battery overcharge. You would just be targeted fire down instantly anyways. And that is it. GG XionS goes down to Cham. And that is game number 1. I didn't expect such a long game from this map, Submarine.
GG. And yeah, Cham does take game number 1. Again, like, I liked the composition that XionS was going for, especially against Cham, but those force fields, they just weren't fast enough. And
they just never are.
Never, unless you're partying.
Yeah, we'll see though. Oh, we're in a lobby, I forgot. And for those of you guys wondering, tomorrow we will be back for the rest of the tournament at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time.
There you go.
Or as I like to call it, Texas time.
AKA 7 a.m. KST. Oh yeah.
Yeah. For those of you Korean fans coming back to watch Solar. I wonder if any Koreans are actually waking up that early to catch one series from Solar.
Oh, true. I know we do get Koreans to watch our Southeast Asian events, but they're later in the day, you know.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Been watching a Taco Cup. I love the name. It's a great name, Taco Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me think of like a cone-shaped tortilla. And then you put the taco stuff in it. It's a taco cup.
Why is that not a thing?
Well, it technically is. It's called a taco bowl or a taco salad. They have it at, I think they used to have it at Taco Bell or something like that. But it's a thing. You get like a, excuse me. You get like a tortilla and you bake it in the shape of a bowl and it stays that way. And instead of putting all the taco stuff into a single tortilla, you throw it all into the bowl of tortilla and it's a taco salad. Or a taco bowl.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I want it.
Yeah. I've had it and it's great coming in, not so good going out.
Jesus Christ. And I want to give a quick shout out to someone who I haven't seen in a long time. Sagan is in the chat.
Oh yeah, he's been in the chat for a while. Did he say something new?
Yeah, I mean, like, Sagan, like, he's one of those Chilean Protosses that was taken under, like, Darkness's wing back in the day when he first reappeared this year.
Back in the day, like, that was a month ago, dude.
Yeah.
No, it was a while back, but still, feels like it's been years.
And then Sagan, he took a bit of, like, a hiatus, like a break from StarCraft. I don't know if also to focus on studies, but it's cool to see you back.
Yeah, definitely cool. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Koreans, Europeans, and Latinos. Here we are, Pillars of Gold Ellie, possibly the final match of the evening, spawning in the top right-hand corner. He is currently down one map. He is a cheesy man, a creative man. Can he do it? He's Protoss. and Peruvian playing for Team Insane Masters Killers. He is the Red Protoss ZionS.
The one Peruvian that isn't on Insane Master. God damn it. Alright, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the best Zerg player in all of Latino America, hailing from the land of Mexico, as well as representing Team Xion. It is Cham. Alright, mate. So we're gonna see double Stargate 100%, right?
We should, if he knows what's good for him.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like that's like his signature move. And if you're gonna whip it out at any point when you're down 0-1 in a best of 3 and on Pillars of Gold, like this isn't a bad map for it.
Yeah, and I expect Cham to go Swarm Host.
Ooh, Swarmist. Okay, interesting. He definitely could whip. Yeah, I mean, he definitely could because, you know, he's already up 1-0 in this series and, like, he's done it before against, you know, players like Paco Mike, right?
Yeah. So, I believe it's 9 a.m. Aussie time for those of you asking in the chat.
Yes, 9 a.m. AEST.
All right, a little bit unfortunate. Cham playing standard, getting 2 queens, 4 lings.
Yeah, you know, playing this out pretty standard, but again, you know, it's kind of what we expect a little bit from Cham. If he didn't go for something standard, you know, we did see ZionS did go for a probe scout, so we would have been able to see something fishy coming out.
And now here comes the drone for the third base. No block. Oh, the block. The block is hot, and now it's cold. I feel like Cham could have taken that base a little bit sooner.
He could have. That's why I was I had like a quizzical look on my face. I was like, hold on, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, we all saw it. We all saw that look on my face.
Good. And of course, we have a Stargate opener coming out from ZionS, but you know, we're gonna be
Just
waiting.
One, little strange.
Come on.
All right, finishes the wall. Now he should take 3 gases.
He needs to take his gases. We need to see 2 more Stargates being thrown down. We need to see that Stargate play that he qualified with. Again, there is a chance that Cham doesn't know how ZionS plays.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But this is the Cham special. Lings in every portion of the map that anything might fly out of the main. So he will know as soon as there's an air.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but ever since like we started casting Battle of the Americas and noticed that Cham, you know, does this all the time, like I've started doing this myself. Like just because of Cham.
Yeah, I can't do it. I still mess up.
Of course, if you use
like... you know what? I always get Overlord speed, so I don't need the lings.
True.
I go in and see all the tech no matter what. You can't stop me.
I dive in anyway, but I love doing this. Like you get lings all over the place. You basically make a wall just to make sure you see like a War Prism coming out or any kind of Stargate unit. And yeah, we already see 1 Void Ray out. We have a 2nd on the way.
Yeah.
So which version do you think we're going to see come out from ZionS? Do you think we're going to see just like mass Void Ray straight into Fleet Beacon, or do you think he's going to like sprinkle in a couple of High Templar?
If he knows what's good for him, he'll spring in a couple High Templar, but I do like the mass Void Ray opener and then throw on the carriers. And Void Ray carrier combo is really rough to beat because, I mean, Hydras don't beat the carriers too well, and Corruptors don't beat the Void Rays too well. So, I mean, honestly, you'd probably have to go for like a Corruptor Hydra army to beat Void Ray and carriers.
I'm going to say something crazy. Yo, we have Overlord speed on the way, and Cham doesn't typically get it. We also have a lot of queens. Do you think, yep, there we go. The Dropper Lords are going to be coming in for the queens and for the mass wings.
Oh my god. This man's crazy.
And there we go. We have double Stargate on the way. And you know what? It takes a while for the triple Stargate to really come into play. So Cham could just be going for the kill.
Oh no, more queens on the way, more lings +1.
Yep.
Oh, wait, did he just load up lings? He's going into the main. He's going to drop in the main. This man is absolutely nuts.
Oh my god, he's picking up as much as he can, and the problem is like
Going
this
for
is...
multi-prong, actually. He's going to drop one Overlord in the main. Yeah, okay, so one Overlord is going to go into the main with a bunch of Lings,
Yep.
and the other one's going to drop the Queens at the front door of XionS, maybe at the third possibly. And this is dicey. There's not much on the field. A couple Void Rays are going to come out. The Queens will have Transfuse energy, and behind this, Cham is going to be able to transition into whatever he wants after he sees this.
I mean, mate, he's not going to transit. He's just going to end the game. Like, let's be
He
real.
has no gas at all.
Yeah, there's just so much here. Like, Cham is all in with all these things, with all these queens, and like the third should be going down. He's going to have the anti-air with the queens to try and take out these Void Rays.
Here come the Queens. They're not dropped yet. He's keeping. Okay, there they are. They're dropped. And he's doing a little Warp Prism micro with those thick Overlords there. And the Transfuses are going to be on point. The base goes down. The main is now in jeopardy, and so is the natural. Here comes the other Dropper Lord into the main, and he's going to split these 4 Void Rays that are left, 4 Xions up.
Yeah, I mean, XionS, he's trying his best to try and hold on here at the third base, but he can just pick up his queens and co on the other side of the wall. He busts in anyway. Meanwhile, the Lings are tearing up everything in the main base, and all the shield batteries were thrown down in the main. They're not even coming to play. They're not even helping.
Yeah, the Lings are in the main base, and there's so much DPS here from Queens and Lings that the shield battery overcharges can't really heal everything at once, so everything's going to go down. Now, while the Queens are going to die here, most likely eventually, there's just so many Lings here. As soon as these gates go down, the Lings should be able to get in and do unfathomable damage.
Oh yeah, 28 probes have gone down, and so far, XionS has been able to hold, but he is down to less than half the amount of workers of Cham. He's down to 2 Nexus, and Cham, yo, he's just expanding. He's taking his 4th.
Yeah. And, you know, GG to XionS. It was a nice try, but look at this army.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, we've got quite a lot of Void Rays coming across the map. We do have a Hydra Den done, and Hydras are on the way. There isn't that much energy here. There's a couple, there's maybe 3 transfuses on these queens. These Void Rays, they've got to do a lot of damage. Wait, did he split them up?
I mean, that
he did.
4th base being so done. Yeah, it's a bad idea. Split up the Void Rays when you just lost 30 workers.
Hey.
The base might go down, but Cham doesn't need this base. He's still sitting on 3 bases, taking his fort to the southeast corner.
Yeah, I am shocked that XionS didn't go across the map with all his Void Rays. I felt like there was an opportunity to not just kill this base, but maybe try and kill all the queens as well. Like, the anti-air is very limited for Cham. There was a window here where he could have done something with the Voids.
Yeah, I think he was a little too scared. Maybe over entrusted his opponent in having a huge army back at home of Hydras, which he didn't. He had some queens, and I think he's going into the. Is this the Void Ray speed here?
Yep.
Flux. Yeah. I don't know what it's called.
Flux veins, if you will.
Flux veins. Wow, I doubted myself and I knew it. Which does make sense. Do Void Rays have veins? And what is flux?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a fancy word. Oh god, I mean, sure, XionS is going to be able to defend with his Void Rays, but what he's doing is he's just relinquishing map control and just allowing Cham to double expand all over the place, take all the gases, and just max out on Hydras.
He's even throwing down a bunch of Spore Crawlers at that 4th base as defense.
Yeah.
And Cham's looking tough here, man. We all expected it to go exactly how it's going, but I thought maybe XionS would get a game off of his opponent.
Yeah, again, like, he's just really playing this scared, and I don't blame him. You know, you're going up against Cham, like the best Zerg player in the region. Like, so it's understandable, but at the same time, you have to take some chances, you have to take some risks. And sure, now XionS is going across the map with his Void Rays, but enough time has passed where, like, Cham, he's got a decent amount of Hydras. To be fair, they are out of position. They're all the way on the right-hand side, so maybe something can be done?
Probably not. I mean,
we'll
workers
see.
is cool. He could target fire down that base. Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I'm blind. That is very bright.
Yeah, there's so many lasers coming out here. The lair does go down without losing a single Void Ray so far. He will be able to escape, so this is nice, but oh my god.
Look around.
Oh god,
Recall?
Can he find a way out? Oh god, no!
He went for the Overseers.
Oh god, the A move. I think he got stuck on the Overseers because of that.
Overseers should prioritize Hydras over Overlords.
Yeah, and there it is. He does recall.
At least we get that with some of them. He secures his 3rd base again, but as we said, Cham double expanded. He's up to almost 90 workers. He can max out on Hydras and some, actually making 12 more workers. He's going up to 95. He's getting a lot of workers here.
Too many workers.
Too many workers.
Yeah, 95, that's a lot. That's a lot of supply in workers. But Cham, he's just going across the map with his Hydras. What is there to stop him? The shield batteries are just now being thrown down, which is nice. But this is Mass Void Ray, and this does not work against Hydras. Like, you need, like, you know, High Templar for Storm or Carriers, anything else, right?
Or a very heavy Zealot ground army. And, I mean, these things can heal up 1 or 2 of those Void Rays, but it's not going to be enough. Some very desperate Zealot Warpins. Was it desperate or genius? Oh my god. What are we watching, Light?
Oh,
why is Cham going home?
Yeah, the overcharge was just good enough. The Void Rays were winning the fight against the Hydras, and XionS is able to defend. And now with this momentum, he turns around. I mean, I guess recall is on cooldown, so it's a little bit risky. But mate, you got to do something. You can't just trade against the army.
14 Hydras did just pop out right as he backed up, so that is also scary. I don't know why he's in that corner over there. He's gonna go for that other base. I mean, he can destroy it. Cham can afford to lose it. He has 105 workers, which I've never seen in a game before.
Too many workers. Too many. I mean, I feel like XionS would be doing Cham a favor if he killed some workers.
Cham transfusing a Hydra, that's never worth it. But
oh my god,
Cham, like pretty much BM at this point. Wow, this is getting rough. XionS is putting up a good fight, and he's giving us a good show. I love seeing the way he's playing, and I wish we could have seen him play someone not as good as Cham and favored to win, because I think he really could have taken it to anyone else here, but maybe besides Clem. But Cham's on point, man. Cham's my second slated to come out of this. I think the finals will be Cham and Clem.
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. But again, like a ZvP.
Not enough defense.
Yeah, there's not enough here. The Void Rays are still across the map. The Hydras do pick off 1, and it looks like they're going to be able to pick off a couple more.
And with that, I mean, he's still got a bunch of Void Rays and he'll be able to defend here, but he's going to lose the third base. Or not. Cham's going to back up with that. Oh, he's just pulling them out of range. Take out that third base and go home if you're Cham.
Yeah, he's just backing off, trying to fight outside of shield battery range. But the shield battery, the overcharge is doing wonders for XionS. He's trying to fight this, and it looks like there are enough Void Rays to take out all the Hydras.
Yeah, it looked like Cham was target firing, like mixing up, or what's not mixing, splitting up his Hydra DPS. And this is what you do when you want to BM your opponent. He took literally every base on the map. So you can destroy his bases, but he's got 100 workers. He's just going to move them to the next base.
This is the equivalent of Nina throwing down the Nexus in the face of Vindicta. We have literally every base being taken by Cham. He's got hatcheries all over the place. He's like, yo, I've won this. You're just delaying the inevitable. And yeah, he's just continuing to make more Hydras. This time he's got a couple of, I say a couple, he's got maybe too many Infestors mixed in here as well. They actually don't even have enough energy to use any spells.
How much is Microbial Shroud? Do you know that one? Trivia.
No idea. More than what he
Shroud
has.
Is actually
100?
Only no, I don't know. I have no idea. You guys thought I was smart, psych. But Microbial Shroud should come down here unless one fungal growth and microbial. No, just plain fungals.
Oof. Yeah, the fungals do land. Jesus Christ.
I feel like there's more fungals than Hydras here. Split your army for the love of God, XionS.
Split, oh god.
Microbial Shroud. I bet you guys never seen that one before in a professional tournament, but you've seen it here. Cham just he should fungal growth. Two of them onto the workers. 2 fungal growths kill an entire mineral line.
Oh my god.
Do it for me, Cham. I need to DM him on Twitter real quick. He did it. He got him. Down go the workers, and also the queens come in to finish us off.
Oof, Jesus Christ.
Jeez, look how low that are. How many? There is, I will tell you guys. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There is 19 Void Rays, and all of them very low on health.
Oh my god, they're all so low. Meanwhile, Cham, the hatcheries are finished up all over the place. One didn't, so XionS, he's trying to slowly expand. Surprisingly, he just hasn't gone into anything else. He's still got just the Void Rays.
I've never seen someone on 9 bases.
Yep.
The only base he didn't take is the one right outside of his 4th base. And I don't know why he did that. Maybe too much creep in the way?
I think the creep trimmer is blocking it, actually.
I mean, you could kill that, though. But
yeah. It's funny how one of the only bases he didn't take is one on his side of the map.
Yeah, the one on his side. I guess he didn't need it. But the creep has reached this last mining base for XionS, and I love XionS doing this. Like, obviously, he's not going to win. It's really tough ask for him to win, but it is very cute and cheeky of him to just go the distance and really drag this out from Cham. I mean, I don't even mind it. It's his last game, and spore crawlers, hydras, queens, transfuses, fungal growths, and microbial shroud.
Yep.
And even then, it's barely enough to take out all this army. XionS really just fighting tooth and nail here, and I gotta give it to him. He's putting up quite a fight here.
Yeah, he is, but you know what? The Nexus is so close, it's gonna be, or he could be targeted down. And with that, XionS is down to 2 bases. GG gets called.
GG. You know, Cham could have targeted that down 10 minutes ago and won the game, but he strictly target fired down just the Void Rays, and a little bit of memes from both sides here. And I think the memes coming from both sides let us know that both these players are no hard feelings and had a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Cham did not have to take every base. He could have just killed the third and ended the game right there. But he went for Void Rays and brought the queens and came back with Microbial Shroud. And then that wasn't enough, so he came back with the Spore Crawler army.
He
doesn't get much more funny than that.
Definitely. He was having some fun with it, Cham was, and he does end up winning that series, taking the series 2-0. And oh, before I forget, he does move on to face one of the strongest Zergs in South Korea, Solar, in a ZvZ.
It's a very hard left turn here in the bracket for Cham. He goes up against someone who he's beaten plenty and seen plenty of in the Latin American XionS. And now he's going up against the guy who defeated Eric, Solar. That will be tomorrow. As you guys know the time. I don't want to say the time and I'm wrong, but it's 4 p.m. Eastern Central Time or something like that. 9 a.m. Aussie time. And the rest of the bracket, Mana took out Sinner, Bly took out Kelazar in what was kind of an upset. And now we got Mana versus Bly, which I just realized the flags are so similar.
They are, and I think this is pretty cool. Like, when it comes to, obviously there's a lot of Latin American fans here, Special and Cham. They're going to be getting into some pretty intense mirror matchups, like Euthermal. He's, you know, one of the best, or yeah, Euthermal, he's a solid Terran player in Europe, and Solar, of course, he's an incredibly solid Zerg player in Korea. So they're going to be tough ones, not unwinnable for Special and Cham. It is definitely possible for them to advance, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. So your bracket for tomorrow, guys, is going to be round. And I don't know about round 1, but this is just from top to bottom of the bracket. It's going to be Clem versus Nina. Nina beating Vindicta, Clem beating Chaos Fate, and then it's going to be Euthermal versus Special. Special beating Paco Mike. Euthermal's opponent, Eggs, not showing up. And as I said, Mana Bly, who beat Kelazar and Sinner, and Solar Cham, who beat Eric and Zion. So there is your bracket for tomorrow. There's your bracket in the past of today. And with that, we've had a long one, and it was great, Light. Thanks for having me, man. I'm glad we got to finally cast this. Sorry Pig couldn't make it, but it turned out all right in the end. Pig ended up raiding us, and we got to cast our favorite players besides Eggs. Funada
Eggs, and I mean, at least we did get to cast some StarCraft today. I feel like, you know, overall we had more downtime than uptime, but
yeah, for sure.
It's a bit of a shame, but hopefully that's just kind of like teething issues with day 1. Day 2 should be a lot smoother, and yeah, we will try and keep you guys updated when it comes to the schedule for tomorrow, because I don't think it's going to go from top to bottom. I think, you know, it may be a little bit more you know, catered towards some of the different time zones to make sure it's at the best time for each player, depending on if they're from Europe or America or from Korea. So yeah, I know Jim and Vortex are going to be working on that, trying to make sure everything is scheduled nicely for us, and it's gonna be a sick day of StarCraft tomorrow.
Yeah, the bracket wasn't even in order today, so it really just goes how it works. But regardless, if you guys do just want to catch one certain match, even though I'm against it, I think you should stay the entire time. You can check in tomorrow once we are live, and we'll tell you who's going at what times. Times will be selected then. And thank you guys for tuning in. I think that is it from us here. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, I love to converse over StarCraft or absolutely meaningless things. anything to help build the scene up. And you guys can follow me at Yoda_Slim. But most importantly, whatever you do, if you don't support me, please support the CranKy Ducklings, the YouTube channel, the Instagram, the Twitter. Twitter and YouTube are my favorite from the CranKy Ducklings, of course, besides Twitch. So follow them there. And with that, I'm done here. Like, what do you got to tell the people? Where can they find you? And where can they find the CranKy Ducklings?
Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. You can follow me there on the social medias as well as Facebook. And yeah, I'm live typically throughout the week. Typically with just like, you know, ladder sessions or, you know, playing different games like XCOM or Halo, just kind of chilling, or, you know, more likely just working on some behind the scenes work for the CranKy Ducklings, whether it's thumbnails or editing VODs. But as Yoda said, more importantly, follow us here on the CranKy Ducklings. You can currently see our weekly schedule as we have nothing but Taco Cup for the past 4 days. Tomorrow at 7 AM KST, we have the remainder of that Taco Cup 6 brackets. And in a couple of hours at 5 PM KST, which is in 4 hours, I believe, yes, 4 hours and 20 minutes, we will be live with Grand Platypus Open number 48. That is our weekly Southeast Asia/Oceania tournament. So if you're coming from Pig's stream, you know, you can help support the Australian scene or the Oceanic scene by tuning into that. We have plenty of players like Pez, Azure, Oreo, all the Australian players, as well as all the Southeast Asian players like Mio Micah, Demi, Ender, and of the like. So if you're interested,
what a perfect segue, as all the Australians possibly coming from Pig's stream come here.
Yeah.
You guys got more StarCraft, and if there's one thing you guys can count on, it's more StarCraft from the CranKy Ducklings all year long. It's been a great 2020 so far.
Oh yeah, all year long. Again, this is our normal weekly schedule. Next week, I mean, the TSL qualifiers are coming in. We're going to be casting that alongside all of our regular weekly events. Of course, ESL Open Cup Asia, we are the main English stream for that as well. And yeah, on top of that, like Aces RGs this weekend as well. It's arguably too much StarCraft, arguably not enough StarCraft. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. This is a Taco Cup, so in taco fashion, you guys should get you some tacos for tonight or tomorrow's game. If anyone shows up with tacos and tweets me a picture, I will give you a high five or something. I don't know. It just sounds cool. But send me a picture of you eating tacos while watching the Taco Cup. Tacoception. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to social distance, wear a mask, you know, use hand sanitizer, wash your hands, and don't cough on people because that's just rude. Hopefully, we got to see you later today and tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for having me, Light.
Yes, thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back in 4 hours, and stay tuned as we will be raiding another StarCraft 2 streamer.
Ooh, peace.
Ciao.